And we said in, all of our parental wisdom, this will just be how we save them middle school years. This gets them out of the system that was quite literally hurting them, and this will spare them all that middle school, trauma, which would be, those are tough years for many, many kids. And then by the time they've been here and, had their little break and found themselves and learned how to make friends, we'll just send them right back to high school. We'll just use this as a safe place to land, and boop, and off we go. It was the connection airport. We had no desire to fly to Chicago. We were just going to use O'Hare to get to California. And after the first year here, I realized we were never going to leave, that there would be absolutely no advantage to pulling them out and sending them to high school because they were getting everything they needed here. And even if they had been a better fit by the time they were older in high school, because they had, matured and their autism, symptoms, for lack of a better word, had begun to, those sharp edges had blunted. There was nothing to be gained. There was nothing that they were going to learn in high school that they weren't going to get as soon as they walked into the college of their choice, even if that was a community college, even if we had to do a couple catch-up classes at community college. It would be putting them right back in this system that was so prison-like for absolutely no reason. And so we, again, kind of looked at each other and said, no, we're gonna give them their childhood. Like, not just a couple years grace period. We're gonna give them their childhood. And then, and we did, and they stayed. And I think that when other kids kind of come and go, I wish they didn't. Like, I don't think anybody should have to commit to any one school for the 12 years that you send your kid to school or whatever it ends up being. But there is really something to be said for giving them their childhood, and you don't get to do that in pieces. You don't get to say you're in charge of your body in this school. You can go to the bathroom when you want. You're in charge of your time in this school. You can go to the bathroom when you want. But next year, you're no longer in charge of your body. You're also no longer in charge of your learning. You won't get to do the things that interest you. You'll have to perform for an adult agenda. And most of what you learn, you won't remember. And it's a complete waste of your time, because when you get to college, you're going to start all over. Why don't you just do it for the first time then and have your childhood?